gonna need more coffee before we talk about this. Hi friends, I'm Emily. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, we are currently going through a series of videos every Friday about how to declutter and organize your space, your soul, and your schedule. And today we are diving into the area of kid stuff, toys, clothes, books, craft supplies, all the above. Probably one of the biggest objections that I hear to the idea of decluttering and living simply or minimalishly, we're about that minimalish life, is that it's not possible when you have kids because kids have so much stuff. That's not necessarily true, and today we're going to talk about why. If you haven't already, be sure you subscribe to my channel down below and hit that bell notification so you get notified the next time I post a video in this series about decluttering and organizing, because you won't want to miss it. Let's dive in. Our houses would be so clean if we were the only ones who lived here, right? I don't think I realized it before having kids myself, just the sheer amount of stuff that is involved. When we registered for our firstborn, it was pretty mind-blowing just the amount of money that we could spend putting together a nursery and getting baby stuff, and how much stuff cost, and just how many items there are out there. And I think even in more so in this age where we have Pinterest and Instagram showing us all of the options that are out there and what all the cool moms are getting, there's even that much more pressure to get all the things. As parents, we are just drowning in stuff. And as our kids grow, it doesn't really get any better. As they get older, then you have craft supplies, sports equipment, their hobbies, Legos, school supplies. Their clothes take up a lot more space. Yet, at the same time, studies are consistently showing that kids do better with less. With fewer toys, fewer decisions to make, more uncluttered environment, with more freedom in their schedule, and fewer toys, actually. There are big boosts in kids' creativity, in their learning, in their independence, in their mood, and lower anxiety and stress. Abby Tall, she has a website called The Parenting Junkie, which I highly recommend. I'll post a link to her down below too. She gives this analogy of if you went into work one day and you had multiple laptops, like 3 laptops, 5 different smartphones, 3 printers, a couple of iPads, and you were supposed to get your work done. You wouldn't know where to start. It would be so overwhelming. Well, for our kids, their work is playing. So when they're faced with dozens of options, it's so overwhelming for them. They don't know where to start. They end up complaining about being bored, and yet they have all of this stuff. And to solve it, we go out and buy them a new toy or a new book or something that will hold their interest for a little while. But eventually, in not very much time at all, it just becomes yet another thing that's part of this overwhelming mass of stuff. So we need to make it simpler for them to be able to do their work. Every kid is different, and you know your kid best. So you know if they're going to be able to look through a pile of cars and pick out just their 10 favorites, or if that's going to be too much for them. If they would say that they're attached to everything equally, even though you know that they don't actually play with some of the toys in question, you have to use your best judgment on that, on how much they should be involved. But it is helpful to ask them to envision their ideal bedroom or play space. Ask them how they would like it to look or feel. And I think you'll be surprised at what they come up with. I think our kids really crave safe and comfortable spaces that are fun and warm and inviting. If they can envision the end result of cleaning out their playroom, if they understand that the goal is to create more space for them to play, then they're going to be more on board with it. And especially if you can look at pictures on Pinterest of different spaces and see what they like. I mean, if you could pitch to your kid, we're gonna get rid of this whole wall that's full of shelves piled with different toys, and instead we're gonna put up a climbing wall. I mean, That's pretty cool. Of course, we're taking their preferences and what they really love into account. We're not throwing out their favorite toys. That's not gonna happen. But the bottom line is that we stop being the victim in this scenario and feeling like we're helpless in the face of all of their stuff. We are the CEO of our own life. We can take control and we decide what stays and what goes. We can decide what is helping and serving our family and what is needless distraction. That said, stuff that we can get rid of. Toys that are broken. Toys that are annoying. So sometimes you really wonder what toy manufacturers are thinking when they make stuff that is really annoying and makes annoying noises. We don't have to put up with toys that are annoying. They're not great for our kids. They're not boosting our joy and our enjoyment of being able to play with our kids. So we don't need to deal with that. So toys that are characters from TV shows or movies or that kind of a thing, the underlying basis of that is marketing, where big companies are marketing to our kids and trying to get them into this stuff. Like, oh man, Paw Patrol. It's consumerism and all of that. We can limit the number of character toys that we have and opt instead for more open-ended toys, like a doll that doesn't represent any particular character from a show that they can play with and can become anyone. We can get rid of duplicate toys. Obviously, I mean, if they have 100 little Matchbox cars, you can cut that down to just their favorite ones. And you'll find out that they will actually play with them a lot more than when there's 100. We can get rid of toys that only do one thing or that do too much. So toys that there isn't room for imagination, or toys that do too much and they're so overwhelming that there's like lights and sounds and things going off. And books that you don't like. I cannot tell you the number of free books that Edison brings home from stuff. He gets books at his doctor's visits, he gets books from school all the time, and a bunch of them are just junk. Don't feel bad for getting rid of junk books. Focus on the really good stuff that's out there, because there are so many high quality children's books out there. Invest in those and get rid of all that other junk. Stuff to keep. As you clear out the space from all of this other duplicates and junk and annoying stuff, you can have space for investing in art supplies, building supplies like blocks and Legos. You also don't have to go crazy with the Legos. Dress up stuff, always a good idea. Modeling and imitation play, that's fantastic as they're learning about life and exploring and being creative and using their imaginations. So keep that stuff. Just make sure it's cooled down to the best. Toys that are open-ended that can be used for multiple things are high quality. You can use them in lots of different ways. What if they miss something? Like you've gotten rid of something and they miss it. I remember when I went through the decluttering of the kids' toys a while back, I threw out this little wire plastic and wire green monkey. It was like this big. And Edison would play with it in the tub, but it was getting the wire inside it was getting rusty, and the thing was always kicking around everywhere. It was on the stairs, it was on the floor here or there, it was always somewhere. So I threw it away because it was some freebie little piece of junk that he brought home from school. And of course, the next time he went to take a bath, he wondered where it was. Honestly though, in the multiple trash bags of stuff that I got rid of in that decluttering, that was the only thing he missed. So I think that's pretty good. One option, if there's an item, an expensive item or a gift from somebody and you're just really feeling torn about it, pack it up and put it somewhere where they won't find it, and then see if they miss it or they're wondering where it is. So you can almost put it in purgatory before you totally get rid of it. I mean, don't get carried away and bring all the stuff back out. The thing about regret is it doesn't last forever. I mean, even with stuff that I've gotten rid of that later I think I wonder whatever happened to that shirt. Oh yeah, I donated it. I kind of wish I still had it. That's a momentary pang of regret over getting rid of that thing. It doesn't compare overall to the benefits that I've found in decluttering overall. And hopefully the overall benefits that they're reaping from having a newly clean, calm, inviting space to play is gonna far outweigh that. At least I hope that offers you a little bit of consolation and hope, because sometimes stuff happens. And also think about all the benefits that you're teaching them through this process. You're teaching them about personal responsibility, taking care of their stuff, keeping stuff clean and picked up, how to prioritize, how to do hard work. You're modeling for them that it's a normal process to go through and declutter and organize your stuff, and that it's important to only keep the stuff that we really love and value, and it's okay and normal to get rid of the stuff that doesn't bring value to our lives. I did want to mention, and I'll add this in somewhere toward the beginning, I have found if Edison can't pick up the living room after he's been playing for a while, if he can't pick it up in 5 minutes, there's too many toys available, because he's 4. So if 5 minutes is pretty much the max time span for being able to pick up stuff. If you're finding it's like World War III every time you need your kid to clean their room, if it's a huge battle, they probably just have too much stuff, and that stuff doesn't have a designated place to go. So they don't know how to pick up. I mean, think about in your own life. Did your parents ever like sit you down and explain to you how to clean your room or how to pick up a space? For most of us, no. We were just told, go clean your room, and then we were supposed to figure it out. But nobody taught us how to tidy or clean up stuff. So this can be a great learning experience for your kids as you model it yourself by taking care of your own stuff first, like we talked about last week, and then helping them to do the same with their own stuff. Plus, if your kids are old enough to appreciate the value of money, you can help them to list their items for sale on, you can list them for sale on Facebook Marketplace, or have a garage sale, or sell them on consignment. And then you could even let them keep that money so that they get that extra bonus and benefit of going through the process and that reward for their hard work. This whole topic of kids stuff is an area that I want to devote a full week to in my course. The goal of the course is decluttering your space, your schedule, and your soul. It will be a 30-day intensive course, but it's also going to be flexible enough to work for your schedule, because I too am a busy mom, and I know I don't have a ton of time to do homework assignments and watch a bunch of videos. So I'm going to keep it short and reasonable every day, but you're going to see wins and gains right away to build your momentum, to carry you through the 30 days and beyond. As a Christian, my goal in life is to pursue God's plan for me. Even if you don't come at this from a Christian background, I think that's something that we can all resonate with wanting our lives to matter and focus on the things that really matter in life. So this course is designed to get you more clarity around that as you create space in every area of your life. You can find out more about that and sign up so you can be the first to know when it launches by checking out the link down below and popping in your email. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up down below and leave a comment about if dealing with your kids' stuff has been a struggle for you in the past and how you're working through it. I'd love to hear from you on that. And if you're enjoying the series so far, be sure you subscribe and hit that bell notification. So we will definitely see you next time.